This podcast is brought to you by my brand, Myrrh FrankinSCENTS Soaps, Oils, and Home Remedies, offering a range of natural remedies and products for home, bath, and body. From herb-infused body oils and soaps to luxurious room and linen sprays and wax creations. Find us online at mnfscents.com. That's spelled MANDFSCENTS.com. When you join our email list, you will receive 10% off your first online order. Come on and check us out. Now, back to our show. According to a 2021 article from Shopify.com, 49% of new shop owners started their business to be independent. 43% desired freedom and flexibility. 35% wanted extra income. 33% needed a platform to share their creative passion. 28% had a unique idea to fill a niche market. And 24% simply wanted to work from home. Greetings, sensational listeners. Welcome to the very first episode of the Myrrh FrankinSCENTS Podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Marah. As a home-based small business owner, I get asked a lot of questions by friends and family who want to know the same things I needed to know when I got started. With so much information out there, it's good to find someone who's further along in their journey to reassure you on yours. I created this podcast to help out anyone thinking about starting their own home-based business or has started but is not sure if they're on the right track, and sharing the successes and struggles of home-based business ownership that I experienced in my own journey. Before we begin, take a quick moment to click the subscribe button and the bell icon to get all notifications. It's absolutely free and helps the channel. Let's get into it. Today's topic is 3 things gurus of the business industry tell you every small business needs. But I say, not really. A little background. When I first decided I was ready to start a business, it was off to YouTube and blogs to find just where in the world to start. I poured over several blogs and listened to hours of videos from top industry professionals. But it seemed the more I dug into the information, the more confusing it became. Some say do one thing to ensure your business's future. Others say doing that exact thing will cause your business to fail before it starts. There was so much back and forth, but there were several pieces of advice that seemed to remain relatively constant. In hindsight, a lot of the information seems to be a bit much for a simple home-based business just starting out. If you're starting a small business from your home and there's only you as the staff, you don't need everything an established business needs right away. Let your needs grow with the amount of business you have and what you can afford. Diving in head first can really overwhelm you if you're not careful. Now, these are my opinions based on my experience, so I definitely recommend baby steps, research, and lots of chats with a tax professional and a small business lawyer. The first thing that big business gurus tell you is that you absolutely need 5 business accounts. In my opinion, you really only need a general expense or operating account, taxes, and maybe an emergency account. Initially, your finances are going to be limited, so you don't want to spread your resources too thin. I'm not an accountant, so definitely talk to a CPA for what works best for your business and your business model. The second piece of advice is a fancy info@yourbusiness.com email address. Yes, this can help your emails not be routed to spam, but if your customers are signed up for your emails and they're expecting them, they can redirect it themselves. Try starting out with a Gmail or Yahoo account to get started. The third piece of advice is an LLC business entity. This is 100% your own choice. An LLC or similar model does offer some legal protections, but you can operate just fine with a DBA initially and then transition into whatever model works best for you. But definitely consult a small business lawyer or accountant for their professional advice. Now, I'm not saying these things are not needed at all, but they aren't necessarily reasonable for a home business day one. These are definitely goals to work towards in the coming months or years after you start. Well, now that I've said that, let me go ahead and say 3 things that I think those gurus were absolutely correct about. The first thing is to have your own website. Even if you're on Etsy or Amazon, keep in mind that Etsy and Amazon may be great places to start out if you don't have a customer base in place, and you will get organic traffic. But competition is stiff, and customers can easily be lured away. Have a site where you can direct customers in case you no longer have access to those sites. Get customers used to going there by posting blogs, posting discount codes, or having giveaways there. You cannot be banned or censored on your own website. Even if your products are hosted on the other sites, have those links on your own website with your own custom domain name. The second thing they were right about is to start an email or text marketing list. You don't own access to any of your social media accounts, and should you be blocked or if your account is deactivated, you now lose access to all of your potential customers. Having an email or text list gives you direct access to the people who want to hear from you. The very last thing that they were definitely right about is having customer testimonials to help sell your products. Written testimonials from customers are great, but there's nothing like some before and after photos or photos of customers posing with or using your products as social proof that really help them visualize using your products themselves. A great resource to refer to when you're researching startup steps for your particular business idea is the Small Business Administration. In the description box below, I'll include a link with an article from the SBA that has 10 things you'll need to start your business. Before I close this episode, just for fun, let's review a list of 15 pieces of the absolute worst business advice and a few quoted words about what makes them just so bad. I compiled this list from smallbiztrends.com and allbusiness.com. And by all means, let me know in the comments if you've ever received some of this advice. Number 1, there's a market for everything. You can't randomly create a product and expect people to buy it. Number 2, fake it until you make it. This can lead to negative outcomes if the customers find out that you can't actually back your claims. Number 3, follow your passion and money will follow. Being passionate is only one side of the equation. Make sure your product or service has an actual demand. Number 4, if you build it, they will come. Simply building an offering doesn't mean you'll attract customers. Number 5, the customer is always right. Constantly giving discounts or changing your offerings just to meet customer demands will end up doing more to damage your brand. Number 6, never turn down a paying customer. You can't assume that every customer is a benefit to your business. Number 7, it's all about who you know. This piece of advice can really discourage people who aren't well connected from even starting a business. Number 8, stick to the plan. Realistically, things change, and you should be able to adapt your plans to these changes. Number 9, keep your business and personal life separate. Being a little bit open and personable with your customers can be a good thing. Number 10, all attention is good attention. If that attention isn't in line with your brand and the image, it can do more harm. Number 11, offer the lowest prices. This isn't always sustainable depending on your costs and business model. Number 12, never say no. Well, saying yes to everything can spread you too thin and take your business in way too many different directions. Number 13, you have to spend money to make money. Be smart about how you spend. Many entrepreneurs have built successful businesses with very few resources. Number 14, never stop working. You have to find a balance or you'll burn yourself out and be too uninspired to run your business. Last but not least, number 15, and personally I think this is the absolute worst piece of advice that anyone can give to another person. give up. Always remember, it's not up to someone else whether you should give up or not. Only you can make that choice. Well, thank you so much for listening. Take a moment to like and share the video if you found any part of this helpful, and comment below. Do you agree with my opinions? What's the worst piece of advice you've received? With that, peace and blessings, and be sensational.